WBAL-TV Channel 11 in Baltimore.
It's 11 p.m. and time for the reporters and the news. Everything that is humanly interesting about your world at this moment, as reported by Parker, Lyons, Bagley, and One Man's Opinion. Now, here is Parker, brought to you by Mash's semi-boneless, low salt content ham. Now, #1 in Baltimore, prepared with pride in the Maryland tradition. Good evening again. The Congress of Racial Equality will ask for the dismissal of white police officer James Schmidt.
News. Factual, informative, complete. TV 11 News, 7 p.m. edition, produced by Maryland's major television news team. Editing tonight's 7 p.m. coverage, Rolf Hertzgaard, Joe Berkey, and Tom Davis. With exclusive reports by Jim Mustard, Neil Friedman, Larry Schultz, Andrea, and J.P. Leading off, here is Rolf Hertzgaard.
Good evening.
WBAL Television, Baltimore.
From Channel 11, Maryland's leading news station, this is Action News.
Good evening, I'm Don Harrison. Gasoline prices are going up as one way of attempting to beat the fuel shortage.
From Channel 11, Maryland's leading news station, this is Action News.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Stan Stovall.
And I'm Ron Smith. The truckers' protest over high diesel fuel prices erupted spectacularly in Maryland this afternoon.
The Action News team, weeknights at 6 and 11.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Stan Stovall.
I'm Mike Hambrick, and this is the news. Tonight was taxpayers' time to talk back.
From Channel 11, WBAL-TV in Baltimore, this is Action News 11.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Rudy Miller. In the news this noon.
From Channel 11, WBAL-TV in Baltimore, this is Action News 11.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Stan Stovall, and this is Action News Tonight.
From WBAL-TV, Baltimore, Maryland's most complete news report with Dave Durian and Rod Daniels, sports with Vince Bagley, and meteorologist Norm Lewis with weather. This is News 11.
Good evening, everyone. One of those classic hard-fought games right down to the end, both teams hanging tough.
From WBAL-TV, Baltimore, Maryland's most complete news report with Dick Gelfman and Edie House, sports with Chris Thomas, and meteorologist Billy Taylor with weather. This is News 11.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Dick Gelfman. Across the world today, millions of Christians celebrated Easter.
From WBAL-TV, Baltimore, Maryland's most complete news report with Meredith Buell and Edie House, sports with Chris Thomas, and meteorologist Billy Taylor with weather. This is News 11.
Good evening. At the top of our news this Sunday night.
From WBAL Television in Baltimore, this is News 11 at noon.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Rudy Miller. In the news this noon, the search continues today for two...
WBAL Television, Baltimore. Rudy Miller, Rod Daniels, Vince Bagley with sports, and Norm Lewis's weather. This is News 11, live at 5.
Was Sergeant Daniel Richardson...
From WBAL Television in Baltimore, this is News 11.
A violent day in and around Baltimore this Sunday.
From WBAL Television in Baltimore, this is News 11.
Allegations tonight of a beating inside a Baltimore City police station. Good evening. I'm Vince Gibbons. Rod Daniels has the night off.
WBAL Television, Baltimore. Liz O'Neill with the news. And meteorologist Tom Tasselmeyer in the forecast center. This is News 11 at noon. WBAL Television, Baltimore. From News 11, this is Live at 5.
And how does this...
WBAL Television, Baltimore. Next, from Channel 11, this weekend's news, weather, and sports. From Baltimore's best news team. This is News 11 Tonight.
The worst fears came true today. The wreckage of a plane carrying Congressman Mickey Leland and 15 others was found strewn across a mountainside. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jane Miller.
Thanks for watching WBAL-TV, Channel 11. From Television Hill in Baltimore, this is WBAL-TV 11 News at 6 a.m.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us this morning. I'm Liz O'Neill.
And I'm John Collins.
It's Wednesday, November the 13th.
Baltimore's 24-hour news station. We are WBAL-TV 11.
From Television Hill in Baltimore, this is WBAL-TV 11 News at 6.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Pat Menarson.
And I'm Rod Dan.
You are watching WBAL Television Baltimore from your 24-hour news station. This is WBAL TV 11 News at 11.
It's the 8th time he's done it. Governor Schaefer unveils two plans for cutting nearly $500 million from Maryland's troubled state budget. Good evening, everyone. I'm Rod Daniels.
WBAL Television Baltimore. Next, Rod Daniels and Carol Costello with the news. Meteorologist Tom Tasselmeyer from the Forecast Center. And Jerry Sandusky with sports. This is WBAL TV 11 News at 11.
It has happened again. Another syringe found in a can of Pepsi right here in Baltimore. Hello, everybody. I'm Carol Costello.
And I'm Rod Daniels. This time, a Baltimore woman said...
From Television Hill in Baltimore, this is WBAL TV 11 News at 5:30 a.m. From Television Hill in Baltimore, this is WBAL TV 11. Next, Baltimore's #1 news at noon with Dave Durian and Liz O'Neill and meteorologist John Collins from the TV 11 Forecast Center. Now, WBAL TV 11 News at noon.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dave Durian.
And I'm Liz O'Neill. Thanks for joining us today. Our top stories.
From Television Hill in Baltimore, this is WBAL TV 11. Now, Rod Daniels and Carol Costello with the news. Chief Meteorologist Tom Tasselmeyer from our Forecast Center. And Jerry Sandusky with sports. This is WBAL TV 11 News at 6. From Television Hill, this is WBAL-TV 11. Next, Third Shot and Carolyn McEnroe with the news. Weather with meteorologist Tony Pan from the Forecast Center. And sports with Mark Viviano. This is WBAL-TV 11 News.
He's charged with rape, but he says he's not guilty.
Now, live, local, and late-breaking. This is 11 News at 5.
Hello, I'm Bird Schott.
And I'm Donna Hamilton. 11 News at 5 continues. The United States is in mourning today as the reality of the tragedy in Oklahoma.
WBAL Television, Baltimore. Now, live, local, late-breaking. This is 11 News.
A heavy travel day as millions...
11 News tonight's live, local, late-breaking. With Rod Daniels, Marianne Bannister, 11 Investigates with Jane Miller, Frank Mann, Insta Weather with Chief Meteorologist Tom Tasselmeyer, and Sports with Jerry Sandusky. 11 News tonight will continue. News at 11 p.m. This is WBAL Television in Baltimore. Now, live, local, late-breaking. This is 11 News.
Tonight, tens of millions gather to watch the Seinfeld finale, but a power outage leaves thousands in Baltimore out of luck.
2 infants die unexpectedly at a daycare center. Tonight, the tragedy is beginning to sink in on the community.
But first, thousands watch in horror as the Orioles star pitcher is drilled with a line drive to the face. Good evening, I'm Rod Daniels.
And I'm Marianne Bannister. Here's what's happening tonight at 11.
11 News tonight. Live, local, late-breaking. More news and more live reports than any other late newscast in Baltimore. With Rod Daniels, Marianne Bannister, Chief Meteorologist Tom Tasselmeyer, and Jerry Sandusky with sports. 11 News tonight will continue. 11 News tonight. Live, local, late-breaking. With Marianne Bannister, Rod Daniels, Insta Weather with Chief Meteorologist Tom Tasselmeyer, and Sports with Jerry Sandusky. 11 News tonight will return.
You're watching Baltimore's #1 Sunday morning news with Julie Chapman and Barry Sims. Insta Weather with meteorologist John Collins. 11 News Sunday morning. We'll be right back.
This is WBAL-TV 11 in Baltimore. Live, local, and late-breaking. This is 11 News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Donna Hamilton, in for Marianne Bannister.
And I'm...
Baltimore's #1 news at 11 p.m. is next. Now, live, local, late-breaking. This is 11 News Tonight.
I'm Rebecca Mesa. She vanished almost 5 days ago. Now this Baltimore County community takes matters into its own hands. That story coming up in a live report.
Live, local, late-breaking. You're watching WBAL-TV 11 News Tonight with Rod Daniels, Marianne Bannister, Jerry Sandusky with sports, and your Insta weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Tom Tasselmeyer. 11 News Tonight continues in a moment.
Live, local, late-breaking. This is WBAL-TV 11 News Today in... You're watching WBAL-TV, WBAL-DT Baltimore. Live, local, late-breaking. This is WBAL-TV 11 News Sunday morning.
Live, local, late-breaking. This is WBAL-TV 11 News Sunday morning. This is WBAL-TV 11 News at 5 with Donna Hamilton, Stan Stovall, Insta Weather Plus Chief Meteorologist Tom Tasselmeyer, and breaking news live from Sky Team 11 and Captain Roy Taylor. Maryland's most honored, most watched news continues now.
New tonight at 5:30. When you think about whitewater, many people probably think of the western U.S. and the rivers of Utah or Colorado. But before flying to Beijing this summer...
Live, local, late-breaking. This is WBAL-TV 11 News at 6 in HD.
Our big story tonight at 6 o'clock.
Live, local, late breaking. This is WBAL-TV 11 News tonight in HD.
Baltimore members of the First Response Team of America will be leaving for Haiti tomorrow.
You're watching WBAL-TV 11. Live, local, late breaking. This is 11 News at 5 p.m.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Stan Stovall.
And I'm Donna Hamilton. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Live, local, late breaking. You're watching WBAL-TV 11 News at 5 p.m. with Stan Stovall and Donna Hamilton. Your InstaWeather Plus forecast with Chief Meteorologist Tom Tesselmeyer and Sky Team 11 covering breaking news where you live. WBAL-TV 11 News at 5 p.m. continues now. You're watching WBAL-TV 11. Live, local, late breaking. This is 11 News at 6 p.m.
After more than 30...
You're watching WBAL-TV 11. Live, local, late breaking. This is 11 News tonight at 11 p.m.
He's still here. We still have 36 players.
Live, local, late breaking. This is WBAL-TV 11 News tonight at 11.
A little girl in the hospital injured in a terrible house fire that killed her mother and sister. How they're being remembered by friends tonight.
A new push for the investigation into Detective Sean Suiter's death to be handed over to the feds. What experts told the I-Team about why the FBI may be hesitant.
Live, local, late breaking. This is WBAL-TV 11 News today at 4:30.
And good Friday morning. Thanks for waking up with us here on 11 News today.
The federal government.
Live, local, late breaking. This is WBAL-TV 11 News today at 5.
Good Friday morning, and thanks for waking up with us on 11 News today.
Yeah, we start with some breaking news this morning. Lawmakers work through the...
Live, local, late breaking. This is WBAL-TV 11 News today at 6.
Yeah, good Friday morning. Thanks for waking up with us here on 11 News today.
This morning.
Live, local, late breaking. This is WBAL-TV 11 News at noon. Live, local, late breaking. This is WBAL-TV 11 News at 5. Live, local, late breaking. This is WBAL-TV 11 News at 5:30. Live, local, late breaking. This is WBAL-TV 11 News at 6. Live, local, late breaking. WBAL-TV 11 News at 10 starts now.
A passenger.
Live, local, late breaking. This is WBAL-TV 11 News tonight at 11.
It's now in the hands of the jury. The closing arguments describing corrupt cops and reasonable doubt in the Baltimore City Police Gun Task Force trial.
And will private security soon be patrolling the streets of Federal Hill? Why some merchants say they need it and how much it could cost.
Well, you know what? I think the country's worth a debate till 3 in the morning.
The federal government will shut down at midnight as lawmakers struggle to come up with an agreement on a budget. But first tonight, breaking news that could significantly impact.
Live, local, late breaking. This is WBAL-TV 11 News today.
Good Wednesday morning, and thank you for waking up with us on the
Live, local, late breaking. This is WBAL-TV 11 News at noon.
New at noon, an investigation underway.
Live, local, late breaking. WBAL-TV 11 News at 4 continues.
Under discussion at the State House today is a ban of PFAS, otherwise known as forever chemicals.
They are widely used in pesticides.
Live, local, late breaking. This is WBAL-TV 11 News at 5.
They told police they were trying to find the White House, but these 5 men were arrested for breaking into homes in Baltimore County.
Live, local, late breaking. WBAL-TV 11 News at 5 continues.
Criminal counts against former.
Live, local, late breaking. This is WBAL-TV 11 News at 6.
And right now on 11 News at 6, Baltimore County Police.
Live, local, late breaking. This is WBAL-TV 11 News at 10.
Tonight on 11 News at 10, University of...
Live, local, late breaking. This is WBAL-TV 11 News tonight at 11.
And thanks for joining us here at 11. I'm Jason Newton. Tonight, an apology from the Baltimore City Union Fire.
From WBAL-TV 11, this is breaking news.
We begin with that breaking news tonight. Police are searching for whoever shot and killed.
You are watching WBAL-TV 11 Baltimore.